Hello everyone and welcome to the England Korfball Finals 2024, coming to you from UEA in Norfolk. My name's Tom Brady, I'm here with my friend Jess Davis and we're here to see a clash between Kingfisher and Nomads, two great teams coming to face off for the bronze medal of the league. Jess, I'm looking forward to this game, it should be a good one. What do you see is going to happen?
Yeah, it should be a really great game, Tom. Both teams finished third and fourth in the regular season, so it should be a really close matchup. Kingfisher took one win, Nomads took the other. Both teams won when they were at home, so it should be really interesting to see how they play away from home today and whether they can get the crowd behind them. There's a really good crowd have turned out, actually. A mix as well. Kingfisher fans, Nomads fans, all over the place, so it's really good to see everybody here.
And I'm looking forward to seeing a clash of styles. You look at the Nomads team, big, strong boys, very athletic, a lot of attacking, pacey girls that are not afraid to shoot, but against the smooth, flowing genius of Kingfisher sometimes I see when they play. I spoke to Stuart McClellan, the coach, before the game. I'm expecting to see a really flowing, great korfball game out of them. And I'm looking forward to seeing how these two styles match up and who can come away with the bronze. Just waiting for the team photos and some of the ceremonies here. Really big crowd building. Of course, coming up later on the stream, we do have the promo playoff team. Playoff game between Bromley and Manchester Hawks, as well as the final Beck versus Trojans. But we're not going to talk about that now because this game in itself is big, isn't it? Really, you know, like to get a medal, to come third in the game is definitely worth fighting hard for, Jess.
Oh yeah, it's huge. Both teams really want to put in a really strong performance today. Both want to. I love to see that. You see Nomads players just really trying to get the crowd on their side. Both teams really up for this. Neither team wants to come away with the loss today.
And I was speaking to the manager of Nomads, Claire Millett, and her daughter is playing, Libby Thomas. I've heard some wonderful things about her. I've only seen her playing international level, but she could be big today, I think, Jess.
Yeah, she's had a great season, really, really impressive season. She finished as the fourth female top goal scorer for the league. So, and in the playoff game to get to this, she was unstoppable, really unstoppable. I think she scored about 6 goals. So, yeah, she's definitely one to watch. I think that's number 28 for Nomads.
Who are you expecting to come up big for Kingfisher?
I mean, you can't look past some of their new recruits. Certainly in Owen Bailey, number 8. Aisha Chowdhury, number 9, is a really talented player.
Definitely first for England girl at the moment. And
oh, yeah.
She's going to be a danger. And let's just see how the matchup is going. So she's going to be down the same end as Libby Thomas, I think. And we'll just wait to see the numbers. Now it has gone the other way, so they are apart. So that could be good for the game, that both of them with their attacking powers won't face each other. So Libby has gone into defence. It's going to be Kingfish in the blue and white to start us off against Nomads in the red and black. And we're off from Owen Bailey. Let's talk through this division. Ryan Medhurst out to Owen Bailey. Nice smooth shot, lots of space. That's a Kingfisher goal, Jess.
There you go. I'd like to say that's because I called that he would be a big factor in this game. I'll take the credit for that one, but that's a great goal. Early start from Kingfisher, really good to see. Nomads will certainly look to try and reply in their first attack. We should mention that Nomads are coached by the brilliant, England international Neela Brennan.
And not just England international, like 12, 13-time winner of this National League. Her experience is going to have to be good for Nomads coming into this. Nomads pushing out quite a long way, and a ready interception started, and that was Libby Thomas. The other girl down there is Megan Jones for Nomads. That's ball gone out to the shot for Sam Lee. I hear he likes to shoot, and he shoots well. Looking to stand and deliver now, working for space, finds space, drives to the inside, nice little flick of it, just goes to the hands of Alex Bell and out for a Kingfisher ball.
Good support play there from Abby Golding, in Ireland International. So she's looking to work that feed position really hard. She's doing a really good job in there so far against Aisha Chowdhury, which isn't an easy game for anyone.
It's going to be hard all day, Ireland International or not. Aisha Chowdhury is, as we say, one of the best girls in this league for sure. Short attack from Kingfisher, not their best one, but they'll be starting to build. Patient. Good driving, but good defending, and in the end, the shot comes up short. Sam Medcraft. They got in a kind of 2-2 with the drive coming in from Amy Swain. Doesn't quite get hold of the shot as it goes up. And Bell, shoots from range, but a decent pickup from Sam Lee, and another good shot from Sam Medcraft. And the fight is won by Alex Bell, and he doesn't get the decision. Our referees today, Paul Jeans and Joe Skeet.
I like to see that from Alex Bell, taking that early shot, because the assumption with his height, the assumption is that he is going to go to the post. And again, playing against Dan Brown, a very experienced post player, it's good to see him looking to take that shot, because it was a good shot. And
look, he can shoot well, for sure, and you can't be just one-dimensional in this league, especially against someone like Dan Brown. If he knows what you're doing, he's going to punish you somehow. Oh, nice drift back from Ryan Medhurst. The shot's not great, but the intent from Kingfisher is there to see. Drive from Amy Swain.
That's lovely turn in the feed.
Valerie head, and it just bobbles off the top and bounces kindly for Nomads.
Kingfisher really mixing that division up well. Owen and Ryan taking turns under the post. That's really nice to see. That's going to get them a lot of opportunities.
Abby Golding driving hard, well defended by Esther Chowdhury. Chowdhury down to her knees, managed to get back up, but it's going to be the shot from Sam Medcraft, bounces kindly into the hands of Liam Geddes.
Nomads won't be too bothered by this. They're attacking well. The shots are going up. They're just not dropping at the moment, but we're only a few minutes into the game. They'll settle into this in a moment.
And Owen Bailey combining it with Medhurst, but the shot ends up coming from Amy Swain. Mallory Head picks it up nicely, holds it patiently, and the shot not so great from Owen Bailey. Not much structure as they went into the second phase. They might just be getting a little bit frustrated, but I think that division, as you say, they've got the right foundation, just not quite connecting it at the moment. Sam Lee steps out. Alex Bell tries for a cheeky one underneath the post, and it won't go, but they do retain it. Strong 2-2 setup. Looks like Sam Medcraft's got to be shooting up there all day, and they've got the reward from good collecting and good structure, Jess.
As you said, Tom, at the very start, this is the clear difference between the two teams. The height of Nomads boys means that they're going to set up a really structured attack. They're going to get a really clear 2-2 setup. As you can already see from the way Kingfisher are attacking, it's much more free-flowing. They're mixing up that post. Aisha's taking the post now. They're not afraid to get the girls in there. That'll be a nice shot on the outside from Liam Geddes.
And you could just see his defender dropping off them, and they read that well. Talk you through this division. There's Ollie Bell taking the shot. James Norman, Ireland captain at the post, very popular guy in Ireland and around this league. Nice long floating ball. Aisha Chowdhury, well read, gives it up for the shot for Beth McClellan. It does fall short though, maybe a little bit of nerves in these teams at the moment, and but that will ease itself out after a few attacks. Interesting ball from James Norman. And I think that's Libby Thomas's first shot. And she is keen. Nice quick feet. Ball doesn't come down quite cleanly enough for the follow through, but they do retain it. And I think the turn from Ollie Bell there, just a little bit ambitious, and shrugged his player off. Referee quite rightly calling that. Aisha Chowdhury. See, they're not perhaps as rigidly structured as Nomads, but when you've got Dan Brown in there, he gives a lot of options, Jess.
Oh yeah, for sure. He's using all of his experience against Alex Bell, which he'll have to do.
And I think Alex Bell's bigger, no disrespect to Dan, but he's wider, and sometimes wider, like on a tall player, helps as well. You can just control a bit more space in the inside, and the pass from Libby Thomas through to James Norman just gets a little bit of a clip from, I think that was Owen Bailey. Libby Thomas. Free pass. Nice extension. Oh, great goal. Good celebration. Nomads looking good, eking out the 1-goal lead now. Oh, nice swinging turn. Hockey turn coming out of the feed. Ending up with a shot from Amy Swain. Nice goal, Jess.
Yeah, really nice. Really like that turn in the feed. Catching Nomads off guard.
Yeah, goal from Beth McClellan, sorry.
Early shot from Sam Lee, and he seems to be shooting from a really long way away, but it's still fairly accurate.
And it looks like Dan Brown got hurt underneath the post. In the meantime, Mallory Head runs through. Call cutting. I think Kingfisher were trying to appeal the penalty, but Paul Jeans, probably the most experienced ref that we have in English korfball, calls that cutting.
Yeah, poor pass from Abby Golding. Neela Brennan on her feet, calling her troops over.
What do you think she's saying to them, Jess?
I think she's asking them to open that vision up. I think they're quite direct at the moment. They're looking through the post a lot, and I think they just need to open that vision, because I think they're getting a lot of opportunities, and I think their players are dropping off them quite a lot. They just need to see that.
And Mallory Head shot blocked by Libby Thomas. Perhaps just a little bit predictable, maybe just not enough movement. Abby Golding, nice ball out. The shot from Sam Lean, okay, now Alex Bell.
That's a crucial goal for Nomads. They're so clinical around that post area, and that's going to make a huge point for them going forward.
In the meantime, a beautiful ball coming into Amy Swain. Just gets the right side of a player, goes up with one-handed and earns the penalty and scores the penalty. That's good work from Amy Swain, most recently of Beck. Now enjoying a career with Kingfisher. Okay, now they've got the 2-2 with the boys on the inside. Libby Thomas on the outside. Nice extension on the long shot, and good pickup at the back of the post. It does end up with James Norman again. They've got the boys on the inside. They're working these goals. They know where their goals are coming from. Ollie Bell peels off nicely, and Thomas again driving. Oh, that's great. Focused attacking. They knew what they wanted and they got it, Jess.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, Libby Thomas, let's not forget, she's 17 years old, okay, so she's really, really young, but she is not being fazed by the fact that she's playing against some really, really experienced girls in that division as well. I think that's great to see. She's taking shot after shot, not being fazed by the fact that they're not necessarily dropping, but clearly they will.
And, nice shot from Selp, and it ends up with Dan Brown, the flip to Geddes. And the double bounce doesn't go, but Dan Brown does well. Well, with the collect anyway. Not with the pass.
Nice to see the double pump from Dan Brown.
Well, 17-year-old players coming into like a game like this, you know, a few hundred paying customers. We don't get that week in, week out. It's great to see them stepping up and just using that energy in a positive way to play better korfball. I don't see an ounce of nerves on that Libby Thomas. She's looking very good. Same setup, Ollie Bell going in. James Norman a little bit high in the feed for my liking, but when Thomas can drift out that far and shoot, it doesn't really matter. Great attacking from Nomads, great scoring from Libby Thomas.
But this is Kingfisher's stronger division at the moment, certainly with Owen Bailey and Ryan Medhurst in it.
Bailey takes up a nice post position, head, gives it out to Medhurst.
Yeah, he's got a really strong shot. When you give Ryan Medhurst that second on his shot and he can get his feet flat on the floor, he's really clinical.
And he's come around and Owen Bailey's come around and offered a feed to Amy Swain.
Yeah, not the right shot from Amy Swain.
Doesn't use it, and a little bit soft interception for Nomads. Let's see what they can do with that. I think this end hasn't been playing bad. The Sabley's looking like a dangerous player, but the line and the position that Liam Geddes took there was perfect. Jess, this is about the stage where good defences are starting to work out what the attack are doing, and this really is the testing time, isn't it, really? Can you change your style of attack? Can you offer a different type of angle or a different type of look?
Yeah, both teams, regardless of how experienced they are, regardless of how many times they've been here or their international experience, they will be nervous. Playing in this arena, playing in front of this many people, it's a big occasion. There's been enough time now that they'll have settled into the game, and it's now, like you say, about reading the game, reading what's happening, allowing the game plan to evolve, not just sticking to what you've decided before the game, but like you say, reading what's happening during the game is so crucial, and this is where the turning point could be, particularly with Nomads being 2 goals up.
Abby Golding working hard to give the feed, but now it's a long ball coming out. And you can see the shooting percentages is that 17% for Kingfisher.
Amy Swain, nice drive through, but just doesn't go in. But it's really sensible attack there from Kingfisher.
Bell comes and collects it at the front of the cuff. Now he goes in for that traditional post. Abby Golding, a nice turn into the feed, but Isa Chowdhury read where it was going, but it has bubbled out to Sam Medcraft.
Starting to get a little bit of shot clock pressure now for Nomads, but that's a nice controlled shot from Alex Bell on the outside.
And it bounces down kindly, but it's an easy defended decision. Isa Chowdhury really on that there.
And the stats don't lie at this point, so we can see that Kingfisher is shooting at around 12% at the moment, whereas Nomads, their shooting percentage is up in the 26.
And the driving, running in shot from Mallory Head is just up there. Shooting percentage brought them back to within one. Still nothing to choose from between the teams. Oh, there's a good position from Dan Brown. That's his experience. He's played a lot of korfball around the post, and maybe Nomads need to rethink what they're going to do about him. Yeah,
you can see both teams are getting a lot of space off of the back. Both teams playing quite hard front defence, and occasionally a bit of rebound if they're playing against particularly the Bells, the taller boys. But you can see that both teams are trying to get the space off the back of the court.
And maybe they need to get a few more shots out of Sam Lee, but he's been getting a lot of pressure from Liam Geddes. And now the mishandle has just forced the whole division out, but the ball's gone through nicely to Sam Lee. It stretches out in a long shot. But once again, Dan Brown's experience just holding off Alex Bell at the post. Amy Swain, patient, gets it back. Nice extension on the shot. Oh, good fight at the post, and that's well won by Ollie Bell.
I don't think Owen Bailey's used to losing out at the post.
Abby Golding gets it back, looking for a feed or looking for a line to pass. Now the structure does take place, but it's going to be Alex Bell shooting from the outside. He goes close. Nice ball from Amy Swain to Owen Bailey. Good pick up the post from Ryan Medhurst. Good movement, good shooting. Loving this goal. This style from Kingfisher. They're getting into the game in a back level, Jess.
Yeah, exactly. I was just going to say, I was really liking that attack from Kingfisher. Not panicking, taking their time, creating some really high percentage opportunities. And not just, I think the difference at the moment is Nomads were shooting from range, but taking the static shots, taking the shots that they don't necessarily want to be taking, whereas Kingfisher are working and getting the higher percentage shots.
And James
like
Norman! You could see the disappointment from his opponent, Ryan Medhurst. He just was clever, found the collection, scored a nice little goal, and he's eked Nomads back into the lead. Wasn't level for long.
Those goals are some of the most frustrating because, yes, you've still got to finish it. That's a lovely shot from distance from Dan Brown. You've still got to finish those shots, but they are the easier ones, and when you concede those ones, it's so frustrating because you might have just worked so hard to stop a really clever attack, and then just being the wrong side at the wrong time under the post is really hard to concede that goal.
Good retention from Kingfisher, and they're moving it fluidly on the outside. Ends up going out to Beth McKellen, and Nomads do get it back. That was a nice spell that we're seeing from Kingfisher, though. Norman goes into the feed. Is he being rebound defended? I think he is. He's going to just go run the block out to Abby Golding. Now to James Norman, just pulls his player on. Medhurst just pulls up as quickly as he needs to. Libby Thomas. Sorry, I got her confused at Abby Golding, but it was Libby Thomas. Oh, nice shot. James Norman. Great fight underneath the post.
Good position from Owen Bailey.
Ollie Bell did well, but I think sometimes you've just got to hold those. And nice when you score them, but that was a low percentage one in the end. But still, good attacking korfball, both teams. Isa Chowdhury, like to see a little bit more of her as Dan Brown takes a smooth, silky shot. And I'm enjoying the collecting power of Liam Geddes at the post. Not the biggest player, but it's looking like his position is good.
He's a player that's really come on in the last few years.
There we go, he's shooting up the back.
He's their captain for the game, captain for the team, doing the business.
Yeah, I think we commentated on when he was young and athletic, but now he seems to he's matured into his game. I'm liking what I'm seeing from him. The score is level, and that's what this crowd has come to see. We've come to see a close game. We want the best team to win, but we want them to win in the dying seconds, and that's what these two talented teams are offering us at the moment. I think that poor pass has just put it out and just eased a little bit of pressure on Kingfisher. Now maybe they've got a chance to go ahead. Oh no, it must have caught a hand on the way out. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Oh, good hands from Geddes. Head. Swain. Nice. And she's round. A little bit of a travel. Being called by Joe Skeet. England Korfball, the dual referees that we have, both of equal status. Not only does it make it easier for the referees, but we get a fairer, better game. Nomads working hard with short passes, not really expanding around the Korf very much, but the smooth shot turning out from Sam Lee. Bounces off the back, nice decent attack. I'd like to see him perhaps move the ball a bit more expansively, create some bigger angles than they're doing at the moment, Jess.
Yeah, I'm seeing both boys down that division, so Dan Brown and Liam Geddes, both of them are playing rebound defence against both boys, and I think at the moment Nomads, I think they're reading it, but they're not necessarily communicating it to the fullest to each other, and I think that would just make the difference, just really bring the tempo down, analyse what they're doing, and then you can, ramp it back up and find the solution.
Shot from Ryan Medhurst is good. Amongst it, some nice disciplined attacking from the whole Kingfisher division. Mallory Head driving through on Libby Thomas. She was just too quick. Her line was too good. And that's well-deserved penalty. Can she convert it? Yes, she can.
The timing of that feed from Owen Bailey was immaculate. Great feed. The way he caught the ball and literally within seconds it was through his hands straight into Mallory's hands. That was incredible. Great drive from Sam Medcraft.
Went with the one-handed shot, got it back, maybe a little bit fortunate. Sam Lee just drifts out and it's bounced down the front, but they're all in a pile, Jess. They're all close together. Shot from Medcraft again. But they are resetting from time to time. So, good pressure from Liam Geddes, but he did well to avoid fouling. Good fight at the post, and Medcraft
just mishandled the ball and just didn't get to squeeze it up. That's such a shame because it was a really well-timed drive from Medcraft.
And the referee just wants to see a little bit cleaner, just getting a little bit messy around the post, and this is going to put Sam Medcraft on the line. Looks like the double team did its job.
That's a few mishandling errors for Nomads now.
Sam Lee drifts out. I like his style. I like his smooth movement.
He's really not phased by shooting under pressure, which is great to see.
And Geddes is out there on him. He's pressing him. And in the meantime, good fight between Owen Bailey and is it Alex Bell. I'm liking that battle. Okay, Abby Goulding looking for a pass. So I think Kingfisher have definitely gone rebound now, and that's going to just mean that Nomads are just going to have to just take a deep breath and just recognise that. And you can see, just as you spotted Neela Brennan going to the timeout table, they present coaches present a token to the jury, so we'll see that next whistle.
That's really sensible coaching from Neela Brennan. As we were just saying, they are playing rebound. It doesn't feel as if Nomads are. I think they are recognising it, but I don't think they're certainly not. Playing against it very well, so taking that time out just to...
Yeah, they're not adapting to it, so Neela Brennan, really one of the best Korfball players, but one of the best Korfball brains. I've said it many times on commentary, mate. So, she spotted it and just, look, there's time to come together and have a little chat for a minute. What are you thinking of the game so far, Jess? It's living up to all the hype, I think.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, we always knew it was going to be close. The first time these teams played against each other in December, there was only one goal in it. They then played each other again. They haven't played each other since March, so that's quite a bit of time. And then, actually, it was Kingfisher that took the win by a good 4 goals. It feels as if, at the moment, Kingfisher are playing the more fluid style, so that's going to benefit them. As we can see, the goals have started to slow down. Kingfisher are maintaining their shooting. If anything, they're actually getting slightly better. They're shooting at around a 17% mark. And Nomads have come right down. They were on that 26%, I think it was earlier. They're now at around 18. So you can see that's where the difference is in the scoring.
And I think Kingfisher, let's say adapting, you're kind of saying, have Nomads recognised it? Well, they haven't adapted, they haven't changed their style of play. Neil Brennan will have had words with them about that, and that will change. In the meantime, Owen Bailey looking like it's going to pass to Mallory Head. He comes in the line, he reads the double team, doesn't get the shot. Might have getting a little clip in the back from James Norman as he set up, but referee's in good position. 2-2 boys on the inside, Mallory Head on the outside, controlled collect from Owen Bailey as Amy Sway drives wide. And I think, was it Sam Medcraft was just appealing that, but I think she just missed the first step.
Yeah, Megan Jones, I think she was expecting her to take the shot on the outside, and then Amy Swain just drove in at the last second. It was really well timed.
So it's Megan Jones as the defender there. I think she just missed the first step, and Amy Swain just didn't need any other invitation. Scored it well. And the turn from Megan Jones was good, doesn't quite go, but they do retain it, and she just loses the handle on that and gives it to Amy Swain.
Again, Nomads are recognising that that Kingfisher are playing a really high front defence line, so they're recognising that there is space off the back, but that pass over the back is really poor at the moment. If they can get that sorted out, opportunities will come off the back of that, even if it's not that first initial shot.
And the ball eventually ends up with Dan Brown, and he does get the shot in. But I think the referee might have blowed a little bit longer there, but he did give it up quite early. But Dan Brown, he had space on the outside, didn't get it, found his way to the back, eventually earned the penalty and scored a penalty. That's good attacking from Dan Brown. And suddenly, Kingfisher 3 goals up.
Yeah, certainly looking like the most dominant team at the moment. It'd be interesting to see if we can pick out what the tactics are that Neela Brennan's been giving them. And
James Norman picks up the ball from Libby Thomas and shoots well. Well, fantastic from Ollie Bell, who's come in and it's ended up with Megan Jones taking the shot, just comes off the front, a little bit disjointed, but good athleticism all round.
That would have been an amazing assist if that had come off.
So 4 of Kingfisher goals have been penalties, and that's it's quite a high percentage out of 9, but you know, you earn the penalty, you scored a penalty, that's the way sport goes. Geddes to Chowdhury. Maybe snatched it a little bit, and not their best structure, but the energy's looking good into Kingfisher division at the moment.
Yeah, they're earning their penalties because they're driving at their players, because they're playing this more dynamic style. They're taking it to their players, and so they're drawing fouls and getting those penalties.
Well, I think Nomads want to go back to the attacks where they had Libby Thomas isolating a player on the outside and taking shots. I think they've realised that's where their bread and butter is at the moment. And Thomas looks pretty keen to attack like that. I think they just lost the ball there with a mishandle. I think the feed from James Norman's too high, I think, for the girls, and maybe they could just perhaps adapt a little bit to that. In the meantime, Kingfisher picked up pretty easily by Nomads, and James Norman fakes a shot, doesn't want to go. Megan Jones holds it and is patient. And they wait for Thomas to come and set up, and James Norman swings it from the outside. It's a nice shot.
That's a bread and butter shot for James Norman. He's clinical, well, usually very, very clinical from that kind of distance.
Megan Jones, oh, she's round. Called defended.
Yeah, I think if she'd have taken the shot slightly earlier, she would have had the decision in her favour, but Mallory Head was able to get back into position just as she was about to take the shot.
Or just dropped the shoulder a little bit and just maybe took a little bit more of the line.
What a
beautiful
drive.
Eamon Chowdhury. No.
That's a beautiful drive from Beth McClellan.
Wasn't it? And the pass off was wonderful, and then Guillaume Geddes just gets a little floating one-hander in, and Kingfisher in control, Jess.
This is what we've just been saying, the difference between the two teams. Although both teams are playing at the moment quite a structure, so they're both getting a clear feed and trying to drive in. That's nice. That's a nice turn in the feed.
It was nice from Moses Sam Lee.
It's the timing that's the difference. So Nomads are really taking their time to set it up and then driving, whereas Kingfisher are driving off the ball, and that's where they're getting their players off guard.
And when you shoot from the outside, there was a dynamic collect coming in, so it didn't come out of nowhere, but that's a wonderful shot. Who called that timeout?
Kingfisher.
Kingfisher called that timeout. I think that's probably a good time. They've gone 5 up. There's only 5 minutes to go. Consolidate, control the next few minutes, and go into half time, Jess, and keep this lead, maybe extend it.
Yeah, it's tricky. I'm not terribly sure that I'd have called it now, only because I do feel like the momentum is with them, and I would hate for the next 5 minutes to Nomads to kind of come back into the game, and then all of a sudden you've got half time, and if it does get close into that second half, they're going to need that timeout. That is crucial. Both teams have now used them, so perhaps it's not the end of the world. But as you say, it is a good time now for them to come together and have that chat and just consolidate that lead that they've already got.
Well, I think Neela Brennan, the coach of Nomads, would have been grateful for a little chance there to have a chat with her team. I think maybe Stuart didn't, the coach of Kingfisher, probably didn't count on Kingfisher scoring that goal. Maybe should have, when you give it into the desk, you have a chance to say, okay, time out if no goal or something like that for us.
Be interested to see if we can pick up on what's happening in the last 5 minutes of this half.
Okay, Geddes.
Another mishandle from Nomads. That is frustrating. I can see that Neela Brennan is talking to...
Over the V-time, Libby Thomas comes in and fouls Mallory Head. Puts Owen Bailey on the line, double team coming in, strong double team, doesn't fight his way through, but when you double team, any little infringement's going to result in a penalty. And Owen Bailey just saying that Ryan Medhurst should take this penalty, and he was right, free player. Oh, this is going to hurt Nomads if this goes in. Oh, that's going to be painful because now Nomads, who really for 20 minutes of this game, seeming up until like 5 or 6 minutes ago, they were going neck and neck, and now they've stopped moving, and it's all about Kingfisher at the moment. What can Nomads do? 4.5 minutes to go in the half.
Well, Neela Brennan was talking to Terry Ford, an extremely experienced player. Ireland's national, has been at Nomads forever. Really experienced player, will be able to come on the pitch, control that division. So it'll be interesting to see if it was only that end that she was looking to bring him on into, or whether they might make that change at half-time potentially.
And that was a worrying attack there. James Norman shooting off the back, and Ollie Bell just looked a little bit flat-footed and perhaps didn't really appreciate that James was hungry to shoot. That was a worrying sign for them there.
Interestingly, both teams are actually taking a similar number of shots in this game so far, and the difference is purely in the conversion rate.
Thomas again.
Shot clock pressure, only 5 seconds left.
And Ollie Bell is good. Like I really like the way that Owen Bailey pushed out on Bell.
Yeah, not enough movement. They as soon as they realised there was 5 seconds left, they wanted that shot on the outside, but they were under so much pressure.
Oh, fantastic. Isa Chowdhury goes around, gets the feed. The double defender comes up, spins in the air to Beth McLennan, and she drops the goal down, and that's going to be breaking Nomads' hearts because Kingfishers are hot at the moment. They're playing some wonderful Korfball, and Nomads just don't have an answer at the moment.
I mean, clearly that timeout was the right thing to do.
Well, yeah. It was you that said you wouldn't do it, Jess. I'd have definitely done that.
Oh, yeah.
I'd have said, look, go out, play even better, and get us another 3 or 4 goals, and let's kill them off before half-time.
It's a good tactic.
Chowdhury.
Experience from Chowdhury not taking that shot, even though she's clearly free, wanting to work for the...
Look, she knows how to be in. They're going to control this now. I hope they don't give up their little bit of their flair. As you can see, she's certainly still full of beans and still got the energy. Out to Dan Brown. Great clock movement. Great play. Just when you're starting to think, oh, maybe like they're just going to try and control this. No, they still kept the energy up. They're still driving. They're still making space. But they're finding each other and they're not getting intercepted, and when they're in space they're shooting and they're scoring. Oh, this is a masterclass.
So 2 minutes left. It does look as though Brennan has asked Ellis Bassam has gone to go warm up, so I imagine he'll be coming on at half time.
Well, she's got to do something. I mean, look, you know, even just to mix it up a little bit at the moment. Owen Bailey, nice turning shot, maybe a little bit early in the attack. Yeah, Ellis Bassam definitely confirmed warming up. Can't imagine him coming on in the next minute, 50 seconds, but you never know. In the meantime, Nomads got good control at the post, and Sam Lee trying to make something happen, trying to turn into his player, gives away the free pass, putting the ball into Kingfisher hands. Oh, beautiful.
Nice.
Nice. It just, like, I'm not quite sure if Owen Bailey completely meant that, but Ryan Medhurst just read the flight of that ball, waited, drove in, earned his penalty, and we are going to see Ellis Bassam, and that's coming on for
Alex
Bell.
I do wonder if he might hang around and come back on potentially. down the other end in the second half.
He's sitting down at least for the end of this half, it looks like.
So is this going to be a penalty? I wondered if James Norman had just actually got a quite a good position, but clearly there was clearly a foul.
Yeah, I think Ryan Medhurst, he was just to the side, and he just saw where his player was, and he went for the penalty. Well, look, but he earned the penalty. I mean, I don't know how long is it since Nomads have scored.
Certainly, they haven't scored since coming back from that timeout.
Medhurst, look at that, very fluid. I think it's the 5th penalty or 6th penalty that they've scored. But they're earning the penalties, and they're certainly earning this lead that they've got at the moment. Okay, nice bet, 2-2. 2-2's quite close. Medcraft shoots. Bassam, first chance to show us his style in this year's finals. Golding finds a nice position, and the extension and the shot from Bassam is nice. And Sam Lee just have a little bit of an appeal to the referee after the collection from his shot that missed. And it's another mishandle from Nomads. And in the last minute, the ball's going to be in the hands of Kingfisher, going to show no mercy now. They know that they've got the upper hand. Owen Bailey finds nice space now, but he doesn't want to use it. They're just going to float the ball around. They're just going to put it into Valerie Hare. He's going to take the shot, but Bailey's come through and got it.
Who puts her head in her hands because she knows that wasn't the finish that she wanted to put on that shot, but felt that she had to take it.
Medhurst, oh, nice. They're just in control, playing some great Korfball. I'm still seeing good body language from Nomads, but this has got to be hurting them, Jess.
Yeah, I can just see Neela Brennan just gesturing to her team saying, look, there's only a few seconds left. Keep possession of the ball, which unfortunately they don't manage to do. Be interesting to see what she says to them at half-time, really to keep them in this game, keep them interested. There's certainly a team that can come back into this. They've got the experience, they've got the talent within the team to be able to do it.
Well, they're going to come out really, and they're facing the option of they've lost the game. This game is lost to them unless something incredible happens. So maybe sometimes teams get the freedom of that. But Aisha Chowdhury shooting nicely, just as the game ticks down. Wow, it looked a tight, competitive game for 15, 20 minutes, Jess, and then Kingfisher exploded.
Yeah, I mean, the talent that they've got and the talent that they're putting on show is really incredible. Hopefully they can keep up that momentum into the second half. They'll be aiming now to try and get close to 30 goals, which would be really impressive. Nomads really just need to get that ball flowing, get the ball going into the basket, and just try something new.
Okay, come back 10 minutes time. Some lot more great Korfball coming up here on the England Korfball channel. And back with a second half. Bronze medal game, England Korfball Finals 2024. Jess, what happened in that first half? Nomads looked great, Kingfisher looked great, and then Nomads just stopped playing, or was it just Kingfisher brilliance? Because by the end of the half, Kingfisher just played themselves into complete control of this game.
Yeah, I don't know if the Nomads stopped playing. I think Kingfisher just read what they were doing. They really shut down that post area. They're really restricting them to only one-shot attacks, and their shooting percentage is just not high enough for that kind of game.
And Libby Thomas coming around, getting back from James Norman, shows inside, steps outside. Great start from Nomads. I was going to give you that difficult question on what Nomads need to do. Well, I suppose they just need to score more goals, Jess.
Yeah, certainly. Possible to Libby Thomas is my answer at the moment.
Good pick up from Asa Chowdhury, and the ball coming in to Beth McClellan.
Yeah, Sam Maycroft going for the reverse
I
blam.
thought she was going for the reverse blam, and I thought Beth did well to hold on to it, but in the end she travelled. James Norman into the post. And we see Alex Bell and Sophie Swift warming up for Nomads. No changes at half-time as far as we can see. We did have obviously that Bell substitution just before the half. James Norman picks up nicely off the back.
Looking to get these girls stacking. I think it's the right decision. Get Libby Thomas shooting on the outside.
Well, it's what they wanted to do in the first half, but somehow, and then when Libby Thomas knocked those two down, but somehow the Kingfisher stopped them. In the end, the running in shot of Megan Jones bounces down easily for Ryan Medhurst for Kingfisher. Aisha Chowdhury. Like to see a little bit more of her in this game, but she's playing a great division role as well as her attacking prowess, and she's fighting hard there against Sam Lee, and Sam Lee does well. Nice little moment between the players of after a good competition. James Norman, boys on the outside this time. They're mixing it up, girls on the inside, and the ball not coming through to James Norman, and maybe if he wasn't appealing, he might have been able to grab that.
Yeah, they're just trying to make the point that Ryan Medhurst was quite close to the feed and impeded the ball coming out, but referees deemed that was, there's nothing he could do about that. He was in the defensive position.
And in the meantime, a short attack from Kingfisher gives James Norman a chance to show his characteristic fake on the outside. He's looking for an opportunity, floats it nicely to Ollie Bell, scores a nice goal. It's a great start from Nomads in the second half.
Yeah, really great start. I mean, for me, what I'd like to see them just doing a little bit more, when they're moving the ball around, it's very much out the front of the post. The only time they're, at the moment, going towards the back half of the pitch or the court is looking for that overall. So if Kingfisher can read that, it'd be really easy to shut that down. Having said that, they're scoring from there, so as long as Kingfisher aren't reading it, just keep doing it.
Another short attack as the shot from Amy Swain bounces forward to be picked off by Nomads. Looking like a little bit more energy in their step than when they finished the half. Sam Lee steps out nicely. Oh, there go. Nomads have come out. It's going to take a lot to make Kingfisher nervous after this lead, but this is what they need to do, Jess, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I mean they're doing exactly the right thing. They're sticking to their structure, which isn't a bad thing, but they are being more.
Great turn from Ryan Medhurst, and an even better block from Ollie Bell.
He's going to take that one.
And he takes it nicely, drops it down nicely.
See, that's that shot that I was on about earlier from Ryan Medhurst. When you give him that time and he gets that extra step from you, if he's able to plant that foot, his shot is so clinical.
Fifth goal, smooth shot, nice movement. And he took the getting blocked pretty well. Some players might go off in a huff. What he did was he held on to it and went back and scored it as Mallory Head collects and passes it out for Kingfisher. A nice rhythm from Liam Geddes. Doesn't quite find Dan Brown, but Brown picks it up. Ellis Bessam gets in the way, but all he can do is really push it off the court. Now he better get back and defend. Asa Chowdhury. Oh, I love the feed. Liam Geddes sitting in the feed, but that's great defending from Abby Golding.
And well read from Ellis Bessam.
Yeah, I think Abby Golding's doing a good job on Asa Chowdhury, which is just perhaps keeping her goal tally down a little bit. Now the girls on the inside again. This is interesting. We didn't see it in the first half at all. But that pass goes astray. But it's good to see Nomads trying something different than the just boy at the post and probably second boy coming in feeling just a little bit too high for my liking. Ellis Bessam just trying to block out Dan Bound. I said, Chowdhury dances round. Takes a little shove and still manages to get the one-hand shot, but it doesn't go. good control with the run the block. Out to Beth McClellan, good shot. Oh, excellent interception there from Sam Lee. Oh, it's nice and smooth. I'm not quite sure what who's that Liam Geddes is complaining about. Aisha Chowdhury from maybe a little bit outside her range.
I think Nomads have managed to get into Kingfisher's head a little bit.
Well, they haven't come out like Kingfisher like they went in when Ollie went in. They were so hot. But at the moment, they've been.
But they seem to be forgetting that they are still 8 goals ahead.
And I think we're going to see a substitution soon, but not quite yet. And it's going to be Nomads, who are in the ascendancy at the beginning of this second half. It looks like Alex Bell might be coming on in the meantime. Was that Liam Geddes? No, it was Beth McClellan earns the penalty. She's going to take it. And it's going to be perhaps the 7th. Well, it would have been the 7th or something penalty goal for Kingfisher. First miss I think we've seen today. Taking off penalties as a team, you're going to miss some, so it won't really affect them too much psychologically. I think really Nomads have a chance to get even more into Kingfisher heads, but they're going to have to start dropping some goals. And that really wasn't the attack to do it.
No, too static for me. Not the right shot. Not, if you're going to shoot that, you've got to score it because everybody knows that you're shooting it. All the defenders can turn, pick off the ball.
And Beth McClellan. Oh, nice, gets it back just with the one hand, and in the end, Sam Lee goes up and takes a good collection. James Norman. Was it Megan?
Megan Jones.
Megan Jones kind of walked around her player there. Ended up with the shot, for the penalty. There's James Norman coming on for Alex Bell.
So the Bell brothers will be together.
And looks like James Norman sitting down, so he's not just changing in, so the Bell brothers together. Interesting combination. So with Megan Jones, who misses the penalty, maybe they're going to try and work a little bit more on Megan Jones, and in particular Libby Thomas, who's shooting well from range. Look, the Bell brothers would have played together a lot, before. Very powerful combination, really, when they line up like this.
Yeah, and it can be quite intimidating. Just their physical stature alone makes you second guess that in your head whether you can take that shot.
And the shot from Beth McClellan running in, shot looked like a good drive. She did, just doesn't quite go in. Kingfisher coming off the boil, need to get themselves going again. Can't afford Nomads to have too many chances like that. Alex Bell is the one at the post. It's going to be Ollie Bell, and he drops it down. It's Owen Bailey injured. Look at Ollie Bell's got to take that shot, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's got to score it, even if your player's injured like that. But Owen Bailey's staying on. He must have just tweaked that angle.
Yeah, it's for the referees to decide. As long as there's no harm to the player, you've got to play on. He seems fine. Good hustle from Owen Bailey.
A little bit of action on the Kingfisher bench. I think Luke Flanagan is warming up.
One-handed runner from Dan Brown. I think he definitely could have taken more time on that shot.
So that's Alex Bell, all out at the moment. Now they come in, the shot from Thomas. I don't know if it was blocked or
good pressure from Mallory Head.
It didn't really go close. And is that Amy Swain's got a little bit of a twist or a knock, and the referee's just checking she's okay.
I thought the girls had switched defenders at the end of the first half, but it seems as if they've gone back to defending the way that they were.
Libby Thomas, nice shot. That's Ollie Bell, number 14, who pulls that down. Now Alex Bell's going to go inside. Megan Jones at the post. Libby Thomas on the outside. Alex Bell.
Lots of pressure from Owen Bailey.
Lot of pressure from Owen Bailey. Alex Bell waiting for Megan Jones. Now there goes Ollie Bell. He's round. I think that's a good decision from the referee. There was hands coming in from Kingfisher. And really, this half so far has belonged to Nomads.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Difference in the goals. I mean, Kingfisher come out and have only scored 1 goal so far this half, whereas Nomads have scored 4 since coming out at half-time.
And that's is it Annie Boyd that's warming up.
for Kingfisher, yeah.
Is that Amy Swain on the ground? I can't see. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, look, she's got her head up. It's generally a kind of a good sign. Mallory had just lifting her up. Okay, looks like a little maybe little clip on the jaw. And
Yeah, I think as the players were coming through, I think she just took a knock from she ricocheted from one player into the other and then hit the floor.
And the physio quite rightly having a good look at her eyes and just making sure anything around the head to make sure that she is going to be completely 100% able to carry on with a clear mind. Looks like she's got the okay from the physio, which is good news for Kingfisher, because the tide has turned against them. They're still 7 goals up. This would be the best comeback of all time if it happens, Jess. But it's on the cards the way Nomads have started.
Yeah, certainly.
Alex Bell converts nicely, and the Nomads comeback continues. It's only 6, Jess.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what this division for Nomads can do.
And I think this is Sophie Swift coming on for Nomads, and that's not Megan
Megan
Jones going off. Okay, coming on in defence. Brave tactic. Okay, maybe I don't know if she is a defensive specialist. So she's come on against Amy Swain, who's looked pretty good today. Well, she's always passed the ball well, but she's been driving the ball well towards the coast as well. Good combination on the outside as well.
Nice goal from Owen Bailey from the side of the court.
Lovely little combination between the two on the outside. And Kingfisher needed that. And not quite sure what referee Paul Jeans is saying to Sam Lee.
I think Sam Lee just wants the ball to be dried.
Okay, and he was smiling about it anyway. There's Sam Lee, nice turn out in the feed to Sam Medcraft. Picked up by Geddes.
Sam Medcraft had a great game in the playoff game against Beck, I think it was. Scored a lot of goals early in that game.
Ryan Medhurst, who looked great today, again with that smooth shot. Good patience there, as it looks like Nomads just boxing out from the post a little bit. Good turn from Owen Bailey, good scrap, and is that Sophie Swift? No, it's not.
Libby Thomas
getting her hands on the ball with a good fight.
People who follow England Korfball internationally will recognise Ellis Bassam from Taiwan.
Yeah.
Made his debut for England there.
Kingfisher, nice tempo on the outside. Medhurst looking for a feed, not going to use it because Owen Bailey's going to shoot, and Alex Bell comes and takes a well-needed rebound. That's
really clever play from Nomads. I think utilising the Bell boys together, their height means that they're really now going to try and restrict Kingfisher to those one-shot attacks.
And look, that's a good Kingfisher division. If they can just tie them up, then they can just really continue this march. Sam Lee.
They just need somebody from this division for Nomads just to step up and start turning those goals over. At the moment, they seem to have 2 collects.
Abby Golding to Ellis Bassam. Nice extension on the shot. Sam Lee to Medcraft. Oh, shame, because that was really good retention, good movement, good angles around the post. Makes it look so easy.
Another one-shot attack for Kingfisher.
Golding to Bessam. Not their best structure, not their best attack. The game's gone a little bit flat now. Now that Kingfisher aren't really scoring that quickly. Owen Bailey just gets caught up. No foul, just ends up on the floor. And somehow he gets a reset. Okay, maybe it was a free pass. Oh, sorry, a restart. Amy Swain comes around, gets it. Feed is just driven a little bit forward, and I think that was Sophie Swift who just fouled Amy Swain as she come round. It's going to put Owen Bailey on the line. We're going to see the double team again. We've seen this a lot. I love to see this double team action. 2 Bell brothers coming at Owen Bailey. Looks like must have been Kingfisher encroachment. Well, certainly Ollie Bell thinks so. Now he's going to have to drag himself back from the halfway line. Once again, a dangerous tactic with the shooting, the way that Ryan Medhurst has been shooting. He wants the ball, and he does get it. He just pulls the player down. Oh, nice. Well, the double team does kind of end up working, but and they did end up with a good shot from Ryan Medhurst, but it doesn't go.
It's a shame that's the 5th free pass that they've missed, which is crucial at this stage of the game.
Well, it's getting into the tactics, the place where you're underperforming the statistics. In the meantime, Sam Lee earns a penalty. I think that was kind of given against Asa Chowdhury. Well, she's the one that spoke to Paul Jeans, the referee, and Sam Lee puts that one long, which would have brought it back to 6. Ooh. And the shot from Sam Medcraft ends up with a collision on the challenge that put Ellis Bassam on the floor. Okay, him and Dan Brown, just a good contest. Does happen from time to time. In the meantime, we have got a substitution coming from Kingfisher, and it's Luke Flanagan's coming on. Looks like Dan Brown going off. Do you think he's going to go down the other end, maybe to combat the Bell threat?
Yeah, I imagine they're just going to move. I would imagine they're going to play Owen and Dan together because they're so used to playing together for Tornadoes.
Like for years and years.
But it does look as if he might be sitting
he's not immediately going down. I thought Stuart gave him a little bit of a signal. Stuart, the coach of Kingfisher. Is Dan okay? He might not be completely 100% looking at the way that he's moving. Well, he did
take that tumble with Ellis, so he might just be having a few seconds just to shake it off.
But tactically, it makes a lot of sense to bring him down this end to compete against like one of the Bells.
Not that you'd want to take Ryan Medhurst off. I mean, I'd certainly be bringing him on down the other end.
Owen Bailey, nice extension.
Yeah.
Oh, good goal. And so Dan Brown has put a cover on over his playing shirt, so he's staying off for a little bit. He's standing on. I think he might just be a little bit injured, Jess. So we got back out to an 8-goal game at the moment. Ollie Bell from range, Alex Bell underneath the post, and ball just somehow makes it through to Ollie Bell. Now to Libby Thomas. Interesting shot style that she's got, going from one leg to the other. Now she's where she wants to be attacking, but they choose to go to Swift, and it doesn't really work out for them. Nice. Geddes. Looks like you're close to a penalty, but Geddes no complaints. I think he just missed that one. It was a very sharp chance. And there's McClellan. It's beautiful from the back. Kingfisher starting to find their mojo again.
Yeah, 2 feet on the floor. She's again another player that's really clinical from that distance.
Alex Bell at the post. There's Sophie Swift. Didn't really kind of get a hold of it. Now she comes in and she's going to run the block. It's going to leave Libby Thomas and Ollie Bell on the outside. It's going to be Libby Thomas pulling Mallory Head, but that's great defending from Mallory Head as Ollie Bell takes the shot. Alex Bell picks it up, and then the shot clock pressure.
Ooh.
Gets the double bounce, but I think the shot clock had gone before it hit. It would have been a buzzer beater, I think, if it had gone in. But if it doesn't go in, then it's not going to reset the shot clock, obviously. After time, and was it Geddes? Chowdhury holds on to it. Oh, nice!
Nice ball over the top.
Ball for Flanagan into Chowdhury. And so it wasn't the little shove on Chowdhury. It was the foul on. Was it Flanagan, Luke Flanagan, who converts, gets his first goal.
Extends their lead to 10 goals.
7th penalty for Kingfisher. But yeah, look, it's...
Looks as though Annie Boyd's warming up again for Kingfisher.
Bassam. Medcraft. It was Chowdhury in the end who had the quicker hands. Okay, Medhurst, look at that, not really getting any space, and now to Owen Bailey. Scored one from there just a few seconds ago, can't connect with that one. We're back out to a 10-goal game. But really great to see Nomads sensing the occasion here. Medcraft. They're still playing hard. Yeah, they're not in their mind. They're not beaten yet.
No.
They are still going out, as you'd expect from any team coached by Neela Brennan.
Yeah.
But they are still playing hard and they're still going for it. Kingfisher showing no complacency. Beautiful ball.
It's all about those conversion rates again. Nomads haven't really upped their conversion throughout the whole game. They're still hovering around that 14% mark, whereas Kingfisher have gone from they were the lower team at the very start in that first 10 minutes when the game was really close. Kingfisher's shooting stats were actually the worst, whereas that was a big jump from Aisha Chowdhury.
Abby Golding can't quite convert with all the space that she ended up with after the extravagant move from Aisha Chowdhury. But maybe it was only the 15-minute spell from Kingfisher. Oh, Mallory Head, look at that. How smooth was that? Oh, the running in shot wouldn't go. But she read the momentum of her player beautifully. I like that move. Medcraft and Golding. Now it's going to go to Medcraft. She's going to drive, but it's Abby Golding that's going to end up in the space. Takes a good shot. And well picked up by Beth McClellan. Under a little bit of pressure. Medhurst and Bailey to Medhurst. It's going to have to work hard to bring it back on, and Nolly Bell gets in there to try and spoil it. But all he can do is put it out, and Kingfisher retain it. Oh, great drive from Amy Swain. Ay, ay, ay. Mallory Head can't quite get it to go. Still good body language from both teams still at the moment. Sam Medcraft coming in, and that looks like a little shove in the back on Ellis Bassam. It's going to put Nomads on the free pass line with Sam Medcraft. It looks like we're going to see a double team again as Beth McClellan kind of like half hedging her bets. Does go out to Abby Golding. It goes close, but can't get it to drop. Medhurst to Mallory Head, who just can't squeeze it up. They're so close to the post, difficult shot. Abby Golding to Sam Lee. Gets the reset, but it's Flanagan that's moved on to it. And that was an excellent goal. Was it Owen Bailey that scored that? We were just at Ryan Medhurst. He's having an incredible game. Takes the lead back out to 10, and I think really with 10 minutes to go, it's got to be it's got to be difficult for it's not over for Nomads, but that's a great shot, a great block from Mallory Head on Libby Thomas. And I think this is Annie Boyd coming on for Kingfisher. And who's going off? Is that Beth McClellan going off?
You can also see Terry Ford warming up for Nomads. Not coming on quite yet.
Okay, Kingfisher in straight into 2-2. Boys on the inside. Asa Chowdhury on the outside. Decent extension. Ellis Bassam first to the ball.
Yeah, it's good to see that Nomads are still really fighting for that ball. You know, it'd be very easy to just try and go one-on-one when you're so far down, just trying to restrict the goals. But they are trying to, pick off that ball when it goes loose.
Look, they're not whinging about it. They're not crying about it. They're getting beaten, but they're still out here realising you don't get many chances to play in a medal game in the finals. They're making the most of it as a team. They're not no individuals just trying to show off and trying to make the most of it for themselves. They're trying to play good korfball. Just hasn't worked for them today. Kingfisher have just defended better. They think tactically they've read what Nomads have wanted to do, and they've taken away Nomads' options. And so when Kingfisher have been defending and when Kingfisher have been attacking, they just look fantastic. Well, certainly in the first half, less so now in the second half. Chowdhury. Flanagan. Chowdhury holds it, quite rightly, and passes out to Flanagan. The press from Bassam, who's quick. Oh, nice ball.
Nice turn in the feed from Molly Bell.
And Libby Thomas, ever willing to shoot from the outside, almost scores in the moving post. And now Sophie Swift and Libby Thomas. Sophie Swift doesn't quite manage to get there. Nice deep drive and shot from range from Libby Thomas, but it won't go. Now it looks like Alex Bell, did he hurt his ankle as he went down there underneath pressure? Referee says get on with it, and Kingfisher do just that.
Just feels as though Mallory Head has sussed out that attack from Libby Thomas.
Aisha Chowdhury, quick shot, good shot. Sam Medcraft in there blocking out for the collection. Okay, the Bell brothers haven't really dominated. They do play well together though, but like I think this Kingfisher defence they've just broken things down nicely. And now Sophie Swift comes to take it off, so Libby Thomas can go outside and attack with Ollie Bell. But they've only got eyes for Libby Thomas, and that's why, because she shoots well. Now to Ollie Bell, and great shot. The shooting, the structure was good, the intent was good, but the shooting not quite living up to what Nomads need to do.
It's taking them a long time to get into that structure. You know, Libby Thomas having to take the feed, wanting to pass it off to Sophie Swift. That's taking a long time to get that set up, so they're under a lot of pressure then to get the shots on the outside.
And the turn from Aisha Chowdhury just goes long and wide, and that's a timeout from Nomads. Is this sort of timeout? And is that a second timeout? Because I understood that both teams have called timeouts.
It looks that way.
Does that mean we got 2 minutes to talk? So I think this is like Neela Brennan, coach of Nomads, just saying, well, look, we got 7 minutes to play our hearts out, and let's win the next 7 minutes, Jess. I mean, because like they're not going to win this game now, are they?
No, not from 10 goals up, not the way that Kingfisher are playing. They're looking really strong, really clinical. Nomads, again, it's great to see that Neela Brennan isn't throwing the towel in, which you wouldn't expect of them anyway. But it's great to see that she's giving them some clear instruction. I think she's telling them that they need to move that ball more, cover more ground, which again, they're not really doing. The passes have become quite pedestrian, can I say? You know, they're very much kind of looking to the side, not really opening that vision and trying to play a bit more dynamic, which I think would just offer them something else. You know, even if it doesn't work, it's something else. You've got at this point, why not just try something different?
Well, it's great to see Neela going into coaching. It's like she always would. She was a West London Wildcat junior. You'll remember her back from those times. The most of you will know her from a dominating and really clever korfball that she played, winning the 13 leagues that she has, or she's won at least 10. I'm not quite sure when she joined that Trojan team, and her time with England. So great to see like another great female coach coming through, taking hold of a team, shaping it in her own way. Hasn't completely worked today, but they've come up against a Kingfisher team that just looked like they bonded very well, and they played good korfball.
Yeah, maybe not work today, but at the start of the season, Nomads were a force to be reckoned with. I mean Nomads beat Trojans in one of the early games of the season. You know, then they were not an easy team to play against. So they've definitely had some really great results this season. And
under shot clock pressure, Liam Geddes managed to get a connection. Picked up by Chowdhury, and now going to be led to Geddes again, and that's good from Kingfisher.
So again, both teams taking a very similar number of shots. I think Kingfisher are around that 100 shots mark. Nomads around the 90 shots, sorry. But again, it comes down to those shooting percentages. Kingfisher shooting at around 22, 23%. Nomads only at 13, and that's the difference, and that's what's been the difference in the game.
Yeah, 13%. They're going to be disappointed at that. Most teams are going to be disappointed at that. Sophie Swift trying to earn some space, but again, Libby Thomas just getting blocked by Mallory Head, who's pressing out nice and strong. Looks like we are going to see Terry Ford coming into the substitution box. Didn't quite make it for that whistle time, but we will see him at the Nest whistle.
I'm surprised not to have seen him slightly earlier in the game. I mean, certainly maybe, you know, closer to the 10-minute left marks rather than the 5-minute left mark. But, you know, maybe it was more that they had some clear tactics that they were trying to see through.
He's been a servant for the club. He really has, and it's great to see him getting at least a few minutes out here for his team. Yeah, maybe at half-time, but obviously Neela had something in mind in the way that you wanted to see it, and especially when you've got the Bell brothers who are offering the height and collecting power, that kind of makes it difficult to find a place for Terry Ford. But yeah, we are going to see him take the pitch now. Obviously, been a great soldier for Ireland as well. Good control from Liam Geddes to Chowdhury, to Boyd. Nice from Geddes. Now maybe they'll have a look at Isa Chowdhury, who just turns Abby Golding around, can't get the feed. And that is I think it was Sam or Ellis.
Sam Lee, good defensive position from him.
Great defensive position against Liam Geddes. And we still didn't see Terry. There was a whistle there, wasn't it?
Yeah, the card mustn't have gone in yet. It might be waiting for a change of ends potentially.
Shot from Ollie Bell, well picked up by Alex Bell. Sophie Swift under good pressure from Amy Swain, and now Alex Bell under great pressure. Owen Bailey.
I thought he touched it.
Well, he was in there tickling his nose. Not quite close enough. And we're going to see Dan Brown coming back on the pitch as Ellis Bessam goes off for Terry Ford for Nomads. And Dan Brown is just awaiting Owen Bailey coming off. Okay, last substitutions are not really going to affect the scoreline too much. But hopefully we're going to give another great 4 minutes of entertainment to this excellent crowd here. Building for the promo playoffs, which is the next game on the the EK channel, but also the final of the England Korfball League 2024 is going to be Beck versus Trojans coming up later on today. Make sure you check back in for that because it's going to be a good one. And if you are in the Norwich area, come down. There's still just a couple of seats, but there's not many, and people paying good money to see great korfball, great atmosphere. Dan Brown, oh look at that, he's still trying hard. And then shot from Amy Swain, dropped short. Abby Golding, look, not much space or width available for Nomads, which I think has been one of the main problems. Abby Golding does find herself in good space, takes a good shot. And Terry Ford, he's sitting in there waiting to take a shot, and he gets a little clip around the ear. Was it young Luke Flanagan? Medcraft. Double team again. She gets a shot. Oh, fantastic. No, I was going to say she gets a shot up against the Kingfisher double team, but she scores against the Kingfisher double team.
Yeah, Medcraft's a free pass specialist, and particularly coming from basketball background, she really likes shooting under pressure. So actually the fact that both girls are coming out with her, I think actually plays to her advantage.
And Mallory Head, I think, just taking the ball illegally off Libby Thomas. It's been a good battle between the two of them. I thought Libby Thomas had won that one in the first half, but Mallory Gore really, I think, has just tightened up and has just closed it down. She's blocked her a few times, and Medcraft gets a decent shot in. Terry Ford, a good collect. Golding goes in to Ireland teammates. Sam Medcraft. Shot bounces down for Chowdhury. 2 minutes to go.
As dominant as Kingfisher have been, I think they have certainly slowed down in the second half. At half time we were saying they were potentially looking to be getting close to that 30 goal mark, and actually they've reached 23 at the moment. Tom, do you think that's a testament to have Nomads done something to restrict them, or have they just slowed down?
I don't think it's a lack of effort. Like when you say slow down, sometimes you think, oh, maybe they coasted, but they didn't. They tried. I think some of it was Nomads who come out and they moved in the changing room at half time. They had to do something special. They come out with an energy that maybe just put Kingfisher a little bit on the back foot. But I think Kingfisher they just couldn't stay as hot as they were in that last 15 minutes of the first half. It was an extraordinary spell of korfball, before and after the timeout they called it 5 minutes to go. They couldn't keep that pace. I think this is a kind of a fair scoreline for what we've seen. Kingfisher have been the better team. Both teams have played sportingly and they played hard, but Kingfisher really just that 15-minute spell when they scored maybe 7, 8, 9 unanswered goals, then they took it and deserved to win because of that spell.
Yeah, certainly. Sometimes you can't actually put a price on the basics. I think the number of mishandled passes that Nomads have made compared to Kingfisher is night and day.
But a lot of that comes from the space of Nomads. Their tactics drive them into that small space altogether, Whereas the Kingfisher tactics is they don't like standing by each other. They want to move, they want to create more angles. And not only do you create more angles, it gives you scoring opportunities, it's all passing opportunities. Sam Medcraft doing well. Isa Chadwick gets in for the strong block. Looked like she enjoyed that one. 22 seconds to go on the game clock. One last chance for Nomads to get a consolation goal, and in the end it looks like they've stepped out of play. No, they haven't. They're just going to just put 5 seconds back on the clock. Maybe the referee wasn't ready to go.
Terry Ford taking up a high rebound position. I wonder if they're going to look for the ball over the top into him.
Well, it's an option, isn't it? Might be just feel a little bit desperate. And they're just going to wind it back to put 5 seconds on the shot clock was where they are.
We might see the ball out to Sam Medcroft, straight back into Terry Ford, potentially. Nope, they've come right around front now.
Okay, well, it's going to have to go now. Sam Medcraft doesn't hold it. Asa Chaddy now is going to bring it out. We're going to get 12 seconds of Kingfisher attacking. They won't look to control it. They're just going to look to get a good shot. Mallory Head. Long shot, good shot. Well picked up by Amy Swain, and she scores a nice little goal off the back. Maybe Sophie Smith didn't quite read that one on the curve. Kingfisher celebrate, deserved winners, and they take away the bronze medal. What can you say to Nomads, really? They played a good game, they just got beat, Jess?
Yeah, they just got beat by the better team on the day. Kingfisher turned up. Their shooting stats were really impressive. They had a really good game plan. The structure that they played was really clinical, kept moving that ball, and the clash of the two different styles just meant that it was in Kingfisher's favour today.
Played in good spirit in front of a crowd that really enjoyed it. Yeah, respect to Nomads for the good season they had. Beating Trojans is no small feat, but really this game belonged to Kingfisher. Well done to Stuart McLennan, the coach. I think he's coached a great team, building on a great legacy from Ross Carr-Taylor, who we've enjoyed watching coaching, but he's taken hold of this team and he's creating something new and creating something special. So congratulations to them. My name's John Brady. I'm with Jess, and I'll leave her with the last word.
Yep, certainly, like you say, Kingfisher, really, really impressive. It'd be interesting to see how they build on this now. How do they break into that top two? Because let's face it, I don't know how anybody's going to try and take on those final two teams. Make sure you come and watch that final game between Beck and Trojans later at 4 o'clock. But for next, we will have the promo playoff between Cardiff and Bromley, which should promise to be a close game. It's
going to be a cracker. Keep watching the social media for England Korfball, and we're coming back to you soon.